I've looked back many times and I just think to myself, oh God, you did not walk into some danger. But the day that that bomb dropped, I was on afternoon shift. I heard the girls all screaming. And I also saw that plane. I was on the back doorstep, and my father shouted at me because he'd gone upstairs to open all the windows. And he said, "Get off that back door." And then I could see who it was, because I thought it was one of our planes. And he just skimmed because the camp Bradbury Lines was behind was down at the bottom of the garden. And thank God nobody wasn't out on the going as they generally do. And with that, he just skimmed the water. Because there was a tank that the water was supplied for the camp. I'll never forget that morning. Oh, what a mess it was. It was a terrible mess. And with that, I helped them to get into the ambulances and everything. But after a while, I did hear quite a few of those that I had helped to get in the ambulances had died. TNT poisoning.
How soon after did they die then? Did they die from the bomb or from the poisoning or both? Or?
Well, I expect it was a lot to do with the bomb in a way, because there was a tremendous... It was terrible when I went down there first and seeing there was a head, arm there. It put me really off. With the 25-pounders that I was on, there'd be two bags, one blue, one red. The blue had to go in first, the red went in after. And the girl down the very bottom, they called it the donkey, for to press that all down. And then it'd come up the line then for me, to see about putting the fuse in. That's where you had to be very careful. And then when you got the fuse put in, then we had then a long piece like that. I had to make sure that was clean, a gauge it was, and then you go across like that to see if it was level. If it wasn't level, you had to get that out again and redo it, wind it in, and then it'll go down the line then to get packed. When we got down to the West Canteen, they said Vera Lynn and Gracie Fields is coming today. So we all said, "Are they? You know. So, with that, right, well, we went and got our tea, because we took our own, we could have their food, but we preferred our own sandwiches to take. So, with that, we sitting down, and all of a sudden, Vera Lynn started singing. And she said, all together, we forgot about our food. And so we went singing with her, and we was all happy. And then Gracie came on after. Gracie did.
What
And we had
song?
a good sing-song with her. And she wished us all the best of luck.
Can you remember
And
what you
Vera
sang?
Lynn said the same thing. Because Vera Lynn, she's 100. She is. She's a 12-month older than what I am.
Can you tell me about TNT and why you were called the Canary Girls?
Why we were called Canary? Because we was all yellow. Your hands, your whole body was yellow. Because when you finished your shift and you went home, you go naturally you go and have a bath. That water was red, exactly like if it was bleeding. And I used to say to Mother, keep 2 lots of sheets. And she said, why? Because I said they'll all turn yellow. I said, when I've got into bed. So she said, all right. I said, and anyhow, I said, don't mix them up with the other bed linen. I said, keep on one side. So I said, and she did. Fair play for her. She said, good God alive. She said, what must your inside be like? I said, I don't know. I am not a look.
So did you know at the time that it was really
No,
bad?
I didn't. A lot of us have had time to think and look what we all went walking into.
How old were you when you went to work at the munitions factory? And just tell us about how old you were.
I was 19.
And how long did you work there for?
I worked from 39 to 43. There's a time when I collapsed one afternoon, and I was rushed to hospital, and I found I had appendix and peritonitis and TNT poisoning. It was between touch and go on me, but I survived.
So what happened? How long were you in hospital?
Poison, see. I was in the hospital a month, and there was an accident that happened, and the surgeon came to me, Dr. Schofield, and he said, how would you like to go home? I said, yes, I'd like to go home. On one condition, he said, you're going to stop in bed for 6 weeks. And he said, I'll tell Dr. Tellis, he said, to see about getting a nurse, he said, coming every day to change. He said the swab at that time. So I said, all right. And he never came, did he?
Tell us about how long the day shifts were. How many hours did you work at a time?
12-hour shift, 7 days a week.
And what about breaks? things? You said about feeding.
And our wages was £3 a week.
Any holidays? Days off?
Didn't have no holidays, no. No holidays, no.
Christmas Day?
Working right through.
You didn't get Christmas Day off?
No,
Good.
nothing.
So you work
Because we had to think of the boys. You know, no.
So did you make any good friends during that time?
Oh, tremendous lot I did. And I lost a good many. I did lose a good many. I did.
How did you lose them, your friends?
By the bomb. And then there was a lot I came to know because I went to their funerals as they had died for the TNT.
So what sort of ages were people dying then? Were they dying quite young?
Yeah, they were young. There was no. The majority of us, I'd say, we started down at 19. Of course, there was a lot of people. There was a lot of the girls that had been taken ill through that TNT. But nobody didn't realise at the time that it was a poison.
So how did you sort of, was it hard when you were working, were you able to sing or chat or?
Yeah, we was able to
Tell us
have a
about
sing.
that then.
We'd have a sing song, yeah, and get on with our work, you know. But, and if they were short and they wanted that batch to get out for the boys, but I'd be all over the place. I'd be 1 minute, I'd be working in the north, next minute I'd be over in the south, where the mines were. And then you had to go up these steps, and we'd be on a square, but I'd go and fill it up. And the mine would be down over there for you to fill up. But you was going down, and you turn the tap on, and you'd have a water pail. Fill that up, and then you had to go. But if any of it went on your skin, you had to stand and near that burn on your hand, because otherwise, if you went like that, your skin and all would come off. And just one of the foremen said to me, whatever you do, he said, if you get anything on your hands, leave it, he said, until it gets cold. And then just go like that. He said, and your skin will be all right. And Mrs. Gardner, she like a sergeant major, she was. And there she'd go through your hair for clips. But I never wore no clips. And she used to get us all mad, you know, because she used to tumble all our hair after we had done it nice and tidy to go to work. And it's got to be done, she said. No, she said, I want all the contraband that you've got. Right. We'd give her our handbag. Everything was in there. Our makeup and all. And it was all in there. And we give the bag. And she'd open it and have a look in. And then she'd put it on a shelf. And then she'd put a number. Because she had a book there, and she had your name and your number.
So what weren't you allowed to take?
You're not allowed to take no matches or anything like that. No. They blow the place up.
What was wrong with hair clips then?
And the hair clips, no. You dare not have a hair clip in your hair. Because that could cause, whoosh. But I always went to the remembrance every time it came up. It's only this last 8 times I hadn't got until this time.
So was there something special about this one?
It was different altogether because there was the girls that had died. Well, they died for their country, didn't they? Like our boys had.
Was this the first year they've been remembered then?
That's the first time they had been remembered. It took them a long time to think of it. And also they'd brought up like the First World War as well, which was only fair. Because, as it happened to be, there were some of those women, as I knew, that lived in INTS. They did. And with that, they was down with the Second War.
So how did it feel to be remembered then? How did it make you feel?
I was choked. I was really choked, I was. I tried to stop the tears from dropping, but they did drop. And I thought, to see how many years they've taken for the First War and the Second. And then all of a sudden here they brings up about the Canary Girls.
Do you think it's been important to do this project?
It was. It was important.
Why do you think it's important?
Because why shouldn't people know? Because the thing was, whatever was happening down Rotherhurst, the zip, even when you got home, and Mother'd say, what sort of a day have you had, you know? I said, all right. It's all she'd had to me. To tell you the truth, there was a lot of us, and they said, we never thought we'd see the day as we'd have a badge for the years that we worked down there. And I said, yeah, I quite agree with you there.